Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Last weekend, my husband and I went to our strawberry festival in our area, and I came back with a huge flat of strawberries. And I've been working on recipes all week, and this recipe that I'm going to share with you guys today is a total life changer. Today, we're going to be making fruit roll-ups. Yes, we are going to be making homemade fruit roll-ups. They are so delicious. I'm so excited to share this with you. It's so easy. You'll never buy them again. For your kids, your grandkids, this is something you can do together, and it's awesome. Now, I always thought that you needed to have a food dehydrator to make fruit roll-ups or fruit leather. That is not true. All you need is your oven and a blender. So we're going to preheat our oven to the lowest it can go. It's going to be somewhere between 140 and 170 degrees. Mine is 170. And you want to be prepared because this is going to take a long time. This is going to take somewhere between 4 and 8 hours to set. But trust me, it's well worth the wait. You're going to be making this on a cookie sheet. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your cookie sheet and you're just going to line it with parchment paper. And I like to get these. These are so easy. These are just pop-up parchment sheets. They're perfect size. We just put a couple of these down. Now this recipe only has 3 ingredients, you guys. The only thing that you're going to need is fruit, citrus, and a sweetener. Now you can use any fruit that you want, but because I just went to the strawberry festival, naturally I have an abundance of strawberries. Now I'm going to be making a huge batch of these, so I'm going to be using about 3-4 cups of strawberries. The next thing that you're going to add is citrus, and this is going to help keep the color vibrant, and it's going to be like a preservative. You could use lemons, you could use limes, or you could even use oranges. Today I'm going to be using limes. Now for sweeteners, you guys, you can use anything you wish. You can use sugar, you can use honey, you can use maple syrup, you can use Truvia, stevia, or anything else. I'm going to be using local honey that I got at my farmer's market. It's ginger infused honey. And again, this recipe couldn't be any easier. All you're going to do is mix those 3 ingredients up in your blender, or I'm going to be using my NutriBullet. So now I have my NutriBullet container filled with rinsed and cut strawberries. Now we're going to add the citrus. You only need a couple tablespoons of citrus in order for it to do its job. So I'm going to use a half of a lime. And for small measurements of citrus, I bought this at Walmart. This thing is adorable. It was $2 and it's perfect. So that half a lime made about a tablespoon. So I'm going to use a little bit more, and I'm not afraid of pulp because I love the taste of strawberry lime together. And then the last thing you're going to add is a couple tablespoons of sweetener. And again, you can use any sweetener that you prefer. If you want to use maple syrup or sugar-free maple syrup or honey or Truvia or stevia or sugar or agave, whatever sweetener you prefer, you're going to add a couple tablespoons. So I'm going to be adding my ginger honey. Okay, so all we have in here, you guys, is just a couple cups of strawberries rinsed off. We've got a tablespoon of honey, and we've got about 2 tablespoons of lime juice. You can, play around, but this is all that's in here. Now, because I'm going to be making a lot of batches, now that I've ground it down, I'm going to be adding more strawberries, more lime juice, and more honey so that I can make a big batch. More lime juice. Wait till you smell how good your kitchen is going to smell. This is like crazy. And some more honey. So altogether I used about 30 strawberries, and now I'm going to take these strawberry tops and I'm going to throw them behind my hedges in my yard and see what grows. Now the next step is you're just going to take your strawberries and you're just going to pour it onto your cookie sheet. Now we're just going to pour it onto the cookie sheet. Now you do want to try to spread it as thin and as evenly as you can. So you're going to be taking your cookie sheet and you're going to be tilting it to get it completely covered. This is what it's going to look like before you put it in the oven. Okay, time to make tray 2. This is how much I've got left. Now, you guys, please do not stress out about making this perfect. This does not have to be perfect. The goal is for it to be as thin as you can without any spaces or cracking, and just spread it out as evenly as you possibly can. And you watched me. All I did was pour it in the middle, and then I used the tray to spread it around. You want to keep it on the parchment paper as much as possible, because just like a fruit roll-up, when you get them and you peel them off, you're going to be peeling it off the parchment paper. You don't want to have to try to scrape it off your pan. So here's number 2. And you guys, that is literally it. They're in the oven. It's at 170. I'm going to be checking this in about 5 hours to see how it's looking. The way that you can tell that this is done is when you pull it out and you touch the middle, and it's lightly tacky, but that's about it. You want it to be just like a fruit roll-up. If you overcook it for some reason, you can rehydrate it. When we check in a few hours, we'll check together and I'll show you the process. You guys, it couldn't even be simpler. That was literally 30 strawberries, a couple tablespoons of lime juice, and a couple tablespoons of honey. That is it. This is going to make a snack that's healthy for road trips. You guys, when you want something sweet, something healthy for the kids. So we'll be back in a few hours to check on it. Hey guys, checking in. It's about 5 hours later, so I'm just going to pull everything out and see how it looks. Okay, so here's the big tray. It's been in for about 5 hours at 170. Now all you're going to do is lightly touch the top and just make sure that it's not still liquidy. Okay, I would say this is about 95% done. I'm going to switch the trays and put the bottom one on the top and the top on the bottom. Leave it in for about 15 more minutes. Let's check the other one. Okay, here's the smaller one. This one seems like it has a little bit further to go. So I'm going to stick these back in. And I'm going to come back and check in about 15 minutes. But it's been about 5 hours so far at 170. Hey guys, I'm back. So it's been about another half an hour. So I would say that everything's been in the oven for a total of like 6 hours at 170. And it's completely done. So here's the big tray. And it's not even really tacky to the touch. And then the small tray, all you do with the parchment paper is you just peel it up. So this is what the small tray looks like. And then you can cut it into strips. If you need to hydrate it, you can add liquid to it. You can brush it with water, or you can brush it with lemon juice or orange juice or anything that you wish. If you leave it out on the counter overnight, it does rehydrate a bit. So if you find that it's a little too flaky, you can leave it out. But then for storage, what you're going to do is you're going to cut it into strips, roll it up, and then store it in a closed Tupperware in the refrigerator, and it will last like a couple weeks. But this is what it looks like. And we've got giant fruit roll-up. Let me know if you try it.